Okay, we're creating a cable for the Intuikey joystick to the VideoJet 3000 decoder that's in this box here. An RS-232 crossover cable comes with the joystick. We have chopped this cable off already, and we've stripped back the orange, black, brown, blue, and green, a 1/4 inch each, and we twisted these wires. We have a document we send out that shows what we're doing right here. In the box for the VideoJet decoder comes 2 orange black plugs. We're going to use the smaller plug. This plug has a notched end on the bottom and a flat end at the top. We want the notch side down, and that's shown on the document as well, notch side down. Because this is a crossover cable, the first thing we have to do is figure out which end we cut off and which end we're keeping. Okay, so this end's cut off. There's 2 different ways to wire this depending on which end we cut off. So I like to do a continuity test on the black wire. I use a tone generator. You want to switch that over to continuity. You could also use a meter that you can buy at the Walmart store. I like to use a piece of Cat 5 to do my test because we all have Cat 5 on us. First thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to put my black lead on the black wire. I'm going to test my tone generator. My test to make sure I have continuity. You see the green light? That means that this tester works, and touching the 2 together will work. And I'm going to go inside of this other end of the RS-232. I need to see which end gives me continuity. So I just went into number 1, I've got no green light. I went into number 2, I have a green light. If I go into number 3, I do not have a green light. So black is going to number 2. So now I look at my drawing here, and it says, if the black wire has continuity to pin number 3, use end A diagram, this top diagram right here. It says if the black wire has continuity with pin 2, use end B, this bottom diagram. We had continuity to pin number 2, so we will be using this bottom drawing right here. You may have the top drawing, depends on which end you cut off. So next thing I want to do is I want this thing to be notched down, just like the drawing, and I'm going to put the green wire on this top corner. So you're going to need a jeweler screwdriver. You can buy those in the Walmart store as well. Twist my green wire. Like I said, I have a 1/4 inch stripped off here. Just stick that right in there. You can feel it get stuck in there, usually. You can feel it open it up. I feel it being opened up. It's kind of awkward to hold on to it, but you can do it. Kind of hold it with 2 hands. My hand will be in the way. Sorry about that. Isn't this fun? Once that's in there, I release my screwdriver. It's released. I pull back, and it's tight. It's in the first one. Okay, to save time, I put every one of these wires in here. You want to make sure that all of them are tight and they will not pull out. So these are all tight in there. You have to use that lock and release to do so. I use this bottom drawing here to do our continuity test from our first test we did. You want to double check it, notches down. I have green, brown, orange, green, brown, orange, and I have blue and black. Blue and black, notches down. So once this is built, the next thing you want to do is test that it works and that all your connections are good, because sometimes it may not be. So again, we're going to use our tone generator. It's on continuity. This time I'm going to use 2 pieces of Cat 5, one on the red, one on the black. What I want to do is I want to test this RS-232. So my pin numbers go by The wider section is up top, the thinner section is on the bottom. My pins are going right to left. So on this drawing, my first one here is pin number 2 is TXD. So I'm going to go ahead and put the red in pin number 2. I'm just going to stick it in there. And then TXD on this one is the black, the bottom middle one. I'm going to use this black one here. And I want you to barely touch in there and see if you got continuity. As soon as I put this in there, I have continuity. You do not want to stick this all the way in where it's touching that wire. We want to make sure the plug works. As soon as I barely put that in there, I have continuity. So pin 2 is good. My next one is pin 3, which is RXD. I'm going to put this end in pin 3. I look at my drawing here. RXD is up top middle. It's the brown wire. And if you used another wire or a different cable, the colors wouldn't matter. So this is what I really care about, that I'm getting the right pin to the right pin. And as soon as I stuck that in the middle one, RXD, I have continuity again. So my next one is the orange one, pin 5, which is my ground. So I put this in here. I double check on my drawing. The ground should be top right, top right. Touch this here. I am not looking at this right, or I wired it wrong. Let's see what I did wrong here. It would be top left because I'm reversed. There we go. So I make mistakes too. There's my orange because I'm inverted. It's right there. It is still the top right when I look at it this way, but I'm looking on the other side. My orange is good. Okay. Now my next one would be pin 7, green, CTS. So I'm in pin 7 right here. And CTS, which would be top left on that drawing, but when I flip it around, it's going to be top right. I can make that mistake again when I touch this here. I got continuity. And my last one to test would be pin number 8, RTS. Pin 8, RTS is the bottom left, which is going to be bottom right when I look on the opposite side. And the cable's good. So that's how we test this cable. If it's not working, once that's done, your next step would be installing the video jet recorder and the joystick. How long was